I almost threw this ancient PC into the trash. Seriously, I'm not even kidding, this Dell Optiplex 7020. Right here is probably a very familiar sight to you guys. Today, while I was cleaning out a pile of old junk in my storage room, I accidentally stumbled upon it sitting quietly in a corner, and the very first thought that popped into my head was, man, I should just toss this thing out to clear up some space. Honestly, running Windows in 2026 on an obsolete office machine is an absolute nightmare. But before turning it into e-waste, I'm playing one final gamble with FydeOS. Let's see if it can resurrect this piece of scrap metal or if I'm just wasting my time. Now, and this Dell 7020 is so iconic that we really don't need to drag out the introduction. Its specs nowadays are honestly just depressing to look at. But hey, luckily for us, it still boots up. Under the hood, we have a Pentium G3240 processor and a whopping 4GB of RAM. This is the absolute perfect textbook definition of how incredibly weak old hardware can be. Usually, potato PCs like this are pretty much useless for anything. But if FydeOS can actually transform this thing into a smooth running machine, then we might just have a real savior for millions of other old PCs out there. I've tried so many operating systems ranging from lightweight Linux distros to custom Android builds. Some of them actually worked, while others made me want to literally smash the machine to pieces right then and there. But FydeOS is promising a totally different experience, a modern UI, fast boot times, and full support for both Android and Linux apps on absolutely ancient hardware. Well, at least that's what the marketing claims. Whether it can actually handle smooth web browsing or run lightweight apps smoothly is something we'll have to test to find out. I've already downloaded the latest version, flashed it straight onto a USB drive, and plugged it into the Dell. Now it's time to see if this obsolete hardware gets a second lease on life or if I'm just torturing myself for no reason. Alright, the Dell booted straight into FydeOS from the USB drive. First big win, the installation process is dead simple. Right after picking the language, it jumps straight into the installer. No annoying setups or tedious prompts. Wait, it's already done. That was way faster than expected. For an ancient relic like this to fly through the install. Seriously impressive speed compared to what I had in mind. Time to reboot and pull the USB drive. The initial setup screen is up. Usually OS builds like this force you through a tedious Google login, but here you can just opt for a local account, type in a random username, and you're good to go. I absolutely love this, no time wasted linking accounts. Next up, scaling adjustments and choosing between light and dark mode, and here we are on the FydeOS desktop. System ready. I swear, I have never installed any OS with just 2 ridiculously short steps and this kind of blazing fast speed. It is pure instant gratification. First thing that hits you is the ultra minimalist UI. Since FydeOS is built on Chromium OS, it looks exactly like a legit Chromebook, clean, slick, and responsive. Moving the mouse, opening the apps menu, and the screen animations feel incredibly fluid with zero stutter or lag. Honestly, looking at this fresh app menu is immensely satisfying because it is completely squeaky clean. Absolutely none of the pre-installed junk you get with Windows. It feels incredibly lightweight and refreshing for this aging machine. But the two things that caught my eye right away are Android support and the Linux terminal emulator. That looks incredibly promising, and we're definitely messing around with those in a bit. But first, let's take a quick tour to see what cool features FydeOS packs, and more importantly, whether this absolute potato hardware can handle basic everyday tasks without breaking a sweat. Let's do a quick spec check. The Pentium G3240 and 4GB of RAM are recognized perfectly. At idle, the CPU is only pulling around 10% load, and the RAM is barely a third full. Not bad at all. Now, let's make things a bit easier on the eyes. This default yellow is pretty boring. We can toggle dark mode, tweak the accent colors, or swap the wallpaper. There are plenty of built-in options here. There we go, let's roll with this wallpaper. Looks way cleaner now. UI looks clean. Now for the main event, Chrome. Since FydeOS is built on Chromium, Chrome runs natively here. One click, instant launch. Let's pull up the task manager so we can see how this old Dell handles the load. First, basic browsing. Pages load fast, scrolling is smooth, and the hardware is just chilling. Let's push it a bit, a 1080p YouTube video. Look at that, smooth as butter. What's crazy is the CPU is only sitting at around 60%. I swear on Windows 10 this dual-core chip would have frozen up, fans screaming, pinned at 100% a long time ago. 4 gigs of RAM is only half full, perfect. Not satisfied yet, let's crank it up to 2K. Surprisingly, this potato is still holding its own, zero stuttering. CPU usage just bumps up to 70%. Alright, let's go all out and slap it with 4K. Now we're reaching its limits. The video is dropping frames and the CPU is completely maxed out. But here's the kicker, only the playback is lagging because the CPU can't keep up with decoding. The actual system UI remains totally fluid and the mouse doesn't freeze at all. To test this ridiculous optimization even further, I dropped it back to 1080p and went for an all-out stress test, opening 3 more YouTube tabs simultaneously, and it actually handles it. Swapping between tabs has a tiny hiccup, but no crashes or lockups. This is absolute witchcraft. If this were Windows 10, I would have smashed this thing and sold it for scrap by now. And since this OS is based on Chrome OS, we have the full Google ecosystem right inside Chrome. I use Google Docs and Sheets all the time and they run smoothly and lightweight on this machine. If it can already handle 5 YouTube tabs, this stuff is absolutely no problem. Alright, so for basic tasks, this potato PC can still breathe just fine. Now let's move on to the main highlights of FydeOS, Linux, and Android. These are the 2 features the developer hyped up the most, so let's see if this ancient machine can actually run them. First up, Linux. Launching the terminal from the app menu. Click Setup and wait a moment for the system to initialize the Linux environment. Just like that, this potato PC is about to get a serious power boost from Linux. There we go, setup is complete and we have our terminal. I'm going to try installing a few Linux apps to see if they actually work. Oh, NeoFetch works. It's showing all the system specs. This black terminal window is actually running natively right inside FydeOS on a potato machine. That's pretty wild. Next, I installed Firefox ESR, and it runs too. Look at this. We have 2 browsers on the screen right now. On one side, we have FydeOS's Chrome, and on the other, Linux's Firefox. 2 giants from different platforms running side by side and browsing smoothly on an ancient dual-core CPU. Impressive. I pulled up the resource monitor. The CPU is still chilling with low usage, but the 4 gigs of RAM is almost entirely filled up, with only about half a gig left. Ah, makes sense. The Linux environment itself requires a certain amount of RAM to run inside FydeOS, and of course it pulls that straight from the system memory. Alright, now let's try something heavier with GIMP, a pretty well-known photo editing software on Linux, doing a few quick scribbles and it runs decently well. No major issues here. To wrap it up, the Linux side runs better than expected. Even though 4 gigs of RAM is a bit tight, the fact that this potato machine can smoothly run FydeOS while carrying a full Linux ecosystem is honestly impressive. But wait, there's more. We also have Android. Let's launch it and see... Wait, what is this? Initially, I thought Android on FydeOS would look like a tablet interface, but nope, it looks pretty weird. No home screen, no navigation bar, it's just a bare bones, ultra minimalist Android window. Can this thing actually run Android apps? I looked everywhere but couldn't find the Google Play Store, so I decided to sideload an APK instead. Let's try Subway Surfers first. Nice, the installer works. Testing out the gameplay, I swear it's insanely smooth, zero latency. Feeling lucky, I tried Fruit Ninja next and nope, crashed right at launch. Switching over to hill climb racing and we're back in business. Smooth hill climbing. Clearly this Android environment is still experimental, so app compatibility isn't perfect. But then I noticed something awesome. Neither Linux nor Android are running via an emulator here. They are baked directly into the system UI. Any app you install pops up right in the main FydeOS app drawer, keeping everything perfectly unified. FydeOS is super minimalist, smooth and fast, but running a bunch of Linux and Android apps simultaneously definitely started to choke the 4 gigs of RAM. Surprisingly though, the old dual-core CPU managed to handle it all. On Windows 10, this would be completely impossible. So after all this testing, this potato PC impressed me once again. FydeOS isn't a miracle worker. Weak hardware is still weak hardware, but it squeezes out every last drop of performance, successfully reviving old junk that Windows gave up on long ago. What do you guys think? Is it worth tinkering with? Let me know below.